Hello and welcome back to my channel. I am so glad you're here. So today I am doing the first of my year-end wrap-up videos. So this is actually one of my favorite to film every year. I've only been doing this 2 years, but it is where I look back at my goals for my reading and my YouTube for 2024 and kind of see where I landed. And I had a pretty big year. I mean, I started my YouTube in July of 2022, and I would say for the first almost 2 years, it was very slow goings. And obviously, I very much enjoy it, otherwise, I wouldn't still be here. But I had a kind of bigger surge in May that really was helpful, and then I kind of just had another one. So anyways, enough chatting, let's watch my video. Welcome or welcome back. I am so glad you decided to click on this video. Happy 2024, happy new year. I am so excited you decided to come back and join me in 2024. So today, like I said, I just want to talk about what I have planned. Shout out to me for learning the difference between upload resolutions and realizing that it doesn't really matter if you are saving space on your hard drive if your video is terrible quality. Just do the high resolution one. It's really going to work out better. For my goals this year regarding both reading and YouTube, and just what I've kind of got in store. So let's just get into it. So if you didn't see my previous video, I think it was 2 videos, it doesn't matter. I will link it up above. I talked about how I want to read fewer books in 2024. So I read 202 books last year, not including anything that I DNF'd, which was quite a bit, and it was just too many. I know that a lot of people's goals tend to be more books than they think they can read, or a goal that they want to challenge themselves to. But I spent way too much time reading last year, and it just feels funny to do that on what is clearly a reading YouTube channel. But I think that it took away time for me doing other things, and chief among those is spending time with my husband, because, or should I say quality time, because a lot of times I'll sit on the couch and I'll be reading my book and he'll be playing video games, and it's great, and I love being next to him, and that's fun much of the time. But there's something about watching a TV show together and being engaged with it together, and it's been a while since we did that, and it's just something that I think is really valuable to our relationship, and I just want to make a little more time for that kind of thing. It's such a simple little way to spend time together, and I feel like it's just not happened in the past few years. So that's a really big reason. In addition, just having other hobbies. Sometimes I like TV shows on my own without my husband even, involved. I like playing games on my phone. There's just a lot of other things that I enjoy, and I feel like I haven't been giving them the time that they deserve because I've been spending so much time reading always. Additionally, again, I'm so sorry if you're hearing this for the second time because you already watched that video, but I feel like this will give me a good opportunity to read some longer books that I have been sort of putting off or just avoiding getting to because they're so long. And if I'm trying to hit a number goal, I don't really want to be spending a week reading one book. I feel like I usually, average 2 or 3 a week. So to spend an entire week reading the same book has definitely put me off from reading before. And I just don't want that to be the case. There's so many good books out there that are long, and I know that I'm looking forward to reading, but I just don't because of how lengthy they are. And currently I am reading Needful Things by Stephen King, and it is just over 800 pages, and I think I've been reading it for almost a week now, interspersed with other things, and that's okay. I think I'm on 600. So, it's just one of those things that's it is what it is. I don't have to speed read. And so my goal this year for Goodreads challenge for just my overall number is I set it at 120, which amounts to 10 books a month. And I don't know, I might end up reading more than that just because of how quickly I consume audiobooks, but it doesn't matter. But that's just where I kind of set the standard, that's what I'll shoot for each month, and we'll go from there. See how it goes. That was a whole lot of talking just to get to 120. So I didn't exactly hit that goal in the way that I had addressed it, I guess. So as I'm filming this, it's December 6th, and I have completed 158 books. But I feel like I still was successful in this because I didn't ever feel like I was under pressure to finish a certain number of books. I definitely took time for other hobbies. I feel like even though I still read a lot, and I don't know that my husband and I actually watched through a whole show or anything throughout the whole year. I feel like that was, I don't know, that's a pretty like reasonable number for me because I just at no point was I like reading because I felt like I had to, because I had to make content, because I had to meet a certain goal, because people will ask me for my opinions and I need to have opinions. And so I feel like every book I read was for a reason, and that reason being that I enjoyed it. Not that I enjoyed every single book I read, but you know what I mean. I didn't feel like I had to read anything. So I think I did okay. My next goal for 2024 is to get my NetGalley rating to 80% and keep it at 80%. So I haven't done this, and I know I've like talked about it. That was kind of a goal I had for November that did not happen. I've cut myself a lot of slack this year given, my dad's passing and a lot of time spent like not reading and kind of just like not worrying about if what I'm reading is like coming out soon and I should post a review or whatever, just like anything that sounded good, I was going for. So, yeah, I think my rating is currently right around 76. So, I mean, that's fine. It's very close to 80, and I actually like made a list the other day because there are like 5 or 6 books I have on there that I have read. I just never wrote reviews for. And so now it's kind of late because I don't remember them as well. So like just note to everybody, make sure that you write your reviews right away because don't do what I did. So yeah, didn't really hit that goal, but it's going to continue to be a goal for 2025. Next, I want to read 5 new Stephen King books, and I'm not even going to count his one that's coming out this year, You Like It Darker. I want to expand more because I feel like this whole reading fewer books will help me with this because, again, his books tend to be on the long side. I've picked out 5 books that I'm thinking of reading, but I'm sure this is subject to change. But the ones I have are Dolores Claiborne, Joyland, Rage, The Running Man, and Sleeping Beauties. Okay, so I had to count, but I did. I did do this. I read 6 total, and 5, and then the new one, You Like It Darker. So I read Needful Things. I read The Gunslinger. I read The Drawing of the Three. You Like It Darker, Desperation, and Rose Matter. So I'm very pleased with that, and the fact that I didn't even remember that I had made that a goal, and yet I still hit it. So feeling good about that. My next goal is to reread one favorite book per month. And I'm actually going to make this into a sort of a vlog series where I kind of like talk about my previous review and what I thought of a given book that I loved, and then vlogging my reread to see if it holds up, if I still love it. So stay tuned for that. That's an idea I had, and I'm looking forward to doing my first version of it. And, I never reread books because there's just too many books out there that I want to read that I never end up going back and making time for favorites that I probably forgot a lot about. I always end up gearing towards new books, even if they are not like new releases, they're like new to me. So I would just love to like go back and read some books that I have loved in the past and like see if I still enjoy them as much. So actually, I mean, I did stop doing this. I believe that June or July, I think June was the last month that I did this. Um, I just, for no other reason than just my life was kind of chaos. And I sort of mentioned it. If you're new to my channel, I lost my dad at the end of August. And so, like, August and like the end of July, and then every bit since then has just kind of been like chaotic and nothing in any sort of routine. And so, like, um, yeah, I kind of just stopped doing that because I just didn't feel up to vlogging, basically. So, I mean, I get half credit, I guess. I also want to read one nonfiction book per month. This was a goal that I had last year. I didn't quite make it. I did read like 12 nonfiction books, but they weren't like one a month. So I would like to kind of make that a goal and see if I can stick to it. It shouldn't be too hard. I don't know if I did this. I feel like I read a lot more nonfiction this year than I have in the past. But let's see. Okay, so I did read a nonfiction book every month except for June, and I'm a little fuzzy on if I actually did read one in June, but I did not log it until July 1st. So even then, that's pretty exciting because I definitely also forgot about that goal. And yeah, I've definitely been trying to incorporate nonfiction into my reading a lot more. I've just tried to focus on like topics that really interest me, and of course, in the second half of the year here, I've read a lot of books on grieving and such. So I'm pretty happy with that. Glad I was able to do that.
My next three are my YouTube goals. And these are a little bit vague, but I feel like it's always just a matter of like, I want to keep improving. So, my first goal is I would like to make my videos shorter and just tighter overall. Sometimes I just start going off and talking about whatever things that are tangentially related, and I have to cut out like a minute of me speaking because I'm like, I don't think that most of these viewers are going to be interested in this, whatever. You're just talking like right now. So I would just really like to overall like focus my videos a little more and get them to just be a little bit shorter than they tend to be now, around like 20 minutes, and I would like to make more of them under 20 minutes.
I don't know if I did that. You guys tell me. Did I talk less this year than last year? I don't know. I mean, I do think my editing is getting better over time, but I still yap a lot, so
I also would like to improve my editing and just general like being organized for the new year as far as like planning content and being consistent with my posting, like even if it's not perfect, but like okay, I want to post every Wednesday, and if I have an extra video to post in a week, cool, but like we're going to commit to every Wednesday, that kind of thing.
okay, so planning, no, have not gotten better at that. I feel like I just come up with ideas and I like have a note in my phone that I just like list them, and then twice a week, I'm like, oh shoot, I should make a video. And so then I have ideas and then I make a video. But I don't have like a schedule. I actually tried to do it for December because I was very much considering doing like the Vlogmas thing. And then I was like, I don't have enough ideas for that. So I feel like, it's working for me. Will it work for me if I suddenly become like a huge YouTuber? Probably not, but I don't know if that's happening anytime soon. So I feel like this is working for me. I'm gonna stick with it.
And I also would really like to learn how to use my camera better. It's like so silly that it's been now over a year since I got a vlogging camera and I still feel like an absolute noob.
Well, I haven't really done too much to get better at that. However, my husband got really into photography over the last year, and so he's been able to like help explain some stuff to me of just like terms I don't get and certain things. But I have gotten like a few more tchotchkes for my camera, and I feel like that's kind of improved the quality. But I definitely would like to keep like actually learning stuff about my camera and try to get better at it.
I do not know what these settings are. I've watched a couple YouTube videos and because I've tried to just been like, okay, let me get a setting that works and just don't touch it. But I still feel like when I watch my videos back on the TV, I'm like, I don't understand. Why is it fuzzy? I'm filming in 4K. Like, I don't get it. And I still got a lot to learn and I just need to buckle down and commit to it. I would also really like to continue to kind of make friends and be more engaged with other people's content. I think when people comment on my stuff, I'm always quick to reply and try to like make them engaged with me. But I definitely could do that more with other people's.
I don't think I did this as well as I wanted to, but I definitely did improve on it from like 2023. So that's something definitely want to keep on improving and keep getting better on, but I do feel like I definitely did better like year over year.
I watch a lot of booktube. So just because I didn't comment on it, that doesn't mean I didn't watch it because I watch a lot of different creators. I've definitely been trying to watch other small channels. Sometimes I'm just, if I'm like on my phone or watching it on TV, that's the biggest. When it's on my TV, it's so awkward to comment. So I feel like sometimes I'm like, I'll go back and comment, but then I don't. So that's just something that I want to be more consistent with and just make sure that it is a priority, even if it's just a little quick comment. This is a great video. Thanks so much for posting, whatever. Like, I definitely want to keep that going and build stronger relationships with other creators. And my last goal is that I would like to get to 800 subscribers.
I did it! I got to 800 subscribers! I actually did that relatively early in the year. I made a whole video then, I think it was April, but yeah, that is super exciting. I couldn't believe it when I hit 800 and then I hit 1,000. And actually, as I'm filming this, I'm like over 2,200, which is like unbelievable. I did not ever see this channel like being anything but just like something for me to do to talk to myself, and the fact that like so many people like are excited about my videos is unreal.
I last I checked this morning, I think I had 615. So I definitely feel like 800 is something I can handle because I think in the past year I went from about 150 to about a little under 600. So I think I can do it. So, I mean, if I get there and I feel like I have enough time left in the year, I might try to like stretch it to 1,000, but let's not get crazy. Let's not get crazy. We'll see how it goes.
Okay, so I would say overall I did pretty well. I'm not mad about it. I think that I still have a lot of room for improvement, and these are all really good places for me to start when I'm looking at what my goals should be for 2025. So I feel good. I feel good. I would love to know if you hit all your goals, if you had any goals, and any goals you are setting for yourself for 2025. I would love to hear about them in the comments. If you liked this video, please give it a thumbs up. If you haven't subscribed, I would love it if you would, and I will see you in the next one. Bye!